This is Fantastic Force, and I only have this issue because the Invisible Wife is on the cover, dressed up as a dominatrix. This is issue 384 from the 90s. It was a bad run by Tom the Falcon. He had a strange paradoxical approach, which on one hand was determined to set the characters and the book back to the Silver Age. But then he had this contradictory desire to try and make it a book for the 90s by making it edgy and making it extreme. So he had like the thing, he had his face clawed up and mutilated by Wolfman. And it's so disfigured that he has to wear a metal helmet to cover his head. Then we had the Invisible Wife, who started wearing skimpy clothes. And people mock this costume because of the boob window that is shaped like the number 4. But they're also forgetting, who don't want to see the Invisible Wife's midriff? Gorgeous. Also, Mr. Fantasticals, he is dead. You know, just like in all them old Silver Age comics. And Tom the Falcon, he was editor-in-chief of Marvel, and he was writing this book. And the result is, there is mistakes all over the thing. No editor wants to point out that the boss's book has a mistake in it. Like here, we are introduced to Ant-Man, Paul Rudd's, and his hair is coloured wrong. And, well, Invisible Wife. I'm not into exploitation of women, but Invisible Wife showing this much skin is proper arousing. And look at her midriff. I love a good midriff, me. Then we have got a Human Fire. His girlfriend turned out to be a Skrull. I'll moan about that retcon in another video. Then we have Franklin Fantasticals, Mr. Fantasticals, and the Invisible Wife's son, who suddenly time travelled and came back from the future as a young adult. And it was, well, clearly, like a lot of this run, it was trying to ape the success of the Excellent Men in the 90s. So their son being a time traveller like that, it was meant to be like Cables. And this story in general is clearly a bad attempt at trying to do some Dark Phoenix stuff with Invisible Wife. So Invisible Wife and her armoured son, they have a fight. And there are at least 5 mistakes across these 2 pages. Firstly, up top at this panel, the son says, I am far from out. Also in this panel, Invisible Wife is miscoloured, with the white panel between the boob window now coloured skin colour, so she's shown more boob. Paul Rudd, his hair is coloured blonde again. This middle panel here, her costume, wrong. Her chest, like her neck, it's meant to be white, but it's skin colour. Then down here, same problem, the white part is coloured skin colour. So now she's showing quite a bit of arse cleavage as well. Then she is conveniently locked in a room with her son, while the rest of the characters stand around outside, unable to get in. I love the Invisible Wife. She's even pretty in a bad story, but this is really bad. Well, her son gans into her mind, and I've not even mentioned incest yet. That's how bad this story is. Here we've got the Dark Phoenix wannabe shite. Inside Invisible Wife's mind is a Bondage Queen version. This is like a dark side, a secret nature, whatever. It's sexy, don't get us wrong, but it's also just rubbish. Ant-Man, he unlocks the door, and at least when the Avengers, they were trying to mimic the Excellent Men books as well in the 90s, but they did it much better than this. This is just so out of place and a bad fit for these characters. And it doesn't gel with the other extremes that Tom the Falcon has gone to reset these characters to their 1960s mentalities and their old status quos. Franklin Fantasticals, he has absorbed Invisible Wife's dark side into his own brain, and he fucks off in his 90s spiky armour, and oh no, the world is doomed because of his mum's secret dark side. Rubbish. Absolute rubbish. This is just like a bad pastiche of 90s Excellent Men comics. Why read this when you can just read the Excellent Men comics instead? And they are actually good. I rate this 7 thumbs up.